Hello friends and enemies, welcome to or back to Happy For Now. It's me Isabel here with my NetGalley check-in, and I got approved for a new book this morning. This morning, when I went to go film this, I was checking my emails this morning and I was like, oh my god, I got it! And well, we'll talk about it. That book came highly recommended by a friend, so I was like, well, I'm gonna request it because I want to read it no matter what. But we got to talk about the situation. One thing to note, you're going to see overlap here between a couple other vlogs that I've already done and some vlogs that I'm currently filming. So do keep that in mind. I will say I have more requests than I've reviewed. The numbers have gone up. My percentage has stayed steady around 76%. But that audio project is going to help me because I do have 20-ish plus audiobooks on NetGalley I need to listen to. So some of those will be in that video and some of them will be in a video you're getting for the hardest reading challenge that I'm doing. So yeah. This is happening. We're getting there. So let's discuss my current stats real quick and then we'll dive into the new books I've gotten and what I've read. I've been approved for 524 books on NetGalley. Yep. I have sent feedback for 398, which puts my ratio at 76%. My goal is to hit 80 by the end of the year. I think I will. I really don't think it's that out of reach for me. That's only 19 more titles. And if I wanted to like stretch and hit 85%, that's 49 more titles, which I think for the volume I read is not impossible. I'm definitely reading more manga this year so far than books, but I still have 22 audiobooks to review on NetGalley. So if I read all of those audiobooks and I read a chunk of my e-arcs, I think I'll be in good shape. So we will see what happens. I do only have a few pending requests, which we'll go through at the end as well. So first things first. First, let's talk about everything I've gotten approved for since our last check-in. It is a good bit. So there is that. But anyways, I got approved for Smoke Signals on audio. This is a book I had checked out into KU. I saw the audio was up. I requested it. It is a novella. I need to just read it, which I honestly, there's a chance the week this video goes up, I'll have read this by now. I keep forgetting I got it because I've been working on other things. But yeah. I got approved for this. This is a fireman romance. I'd read like the first chapter on KU and really liked it. So I'm very excited to give the audiobook a shot. I did get the World's Okayest Oracle Reluctantly Seeks Demon. This is the next Olivia Dade in her Zom rom-com series. I'm really, really excited for this one. It does not come out until August, so I feel like I have some time to read it. I think August or September. I also got approved for Potshot on audio, which I have the e-arc as well. So this is also where I say my audio project is going to help me because those will both get the same review. The audio one will just have some notes about the audio books. Very excited for this. I also got, there's 2 HR paranormal romances that are coming out and I got both of them. So I got Fangs with Benefits by Kath Richards. I'm going to be reading this like as soon as August hits and as soon as August hits and my Halloween mood hits, this will be read. I also have Sea of Charms by Sarah Beth Thirst, which I'm hoping to read this month or next month before it comes out. I love reading these in the summer. I don't know, they're so cozy and they just feel like a nice change of pace. I also got Harley, which is an Omegaverse. I read some of it and I fell asleep, which is not an insult to the book. Sometimes I just fall asleep and forget to stop the book or to go back to it. Again, that's a me brain thing, not an insult to the book. So I need to go back and redo it. I also got All Hail Chaos, the next book in the, in this, oh my god, what is this series called? My brain has it out of my head. It's just gone into the distance. Anyways, I got this. I really need to read the sequel. I loved the first book, so I need to get on that. I got Echoes of Insurrection. This is a series I love by T.A. White. I will once again tell you, if you are an Alona Andrews fan like myself and you've not tried this specific series by T.A. White, I cannot recommend it enough. The audiobooks may not work for you as they do have kind of a nasally narrator for some people, but I don't mind. I need to read this. I also got, this is the other paranormal HR weirdness that I got, which is Mostly Human Resources. I just requested this on a whim because I was like, I'm kind of curious about these like trad pubbed paranormal workplace romances. Like I'm very used to that in the indie space. We haven't really gotten that traditionally yet, so we'll give it a try. And then if you watch my Scarlet Press vlog, I really enjoyed the first book in this series, Smoke and Scar. So I did request Splintered Kingdom. And yeah, I'm really excited to dive into book 2 in that series. I also requested Baby and the Late Night Howlers because I've already read it and it's getting republished by Bloom. So it made sense in my brain to just go ahead and request it and be able to review it quickly. Then I got Death Meets Cute. I got this on audio. It is a shorty. It is, I think, under 8 hours, so I should read it soon. I'm really intrigued by this. I think the cover is really fun. I don't know if it'll work for me or not, but I love getting to try things like this way or via the library. I also got Second First Dates because I've really enjoyed a lot of the Gabrielle Gamez books I've read so far, so this felt right. And then the one I got because my friend Steph over at Novelty Corner basically came to my bookish group chat and was like, I really liked this and I hate tennis. Like, I despise tennis and I really loved this. It was really good. And that is In Your Court. This is the one I was approved for this morning. I've sent it to my Kindle. We will be diving in soon. So what have I read since we last chatted? 8 books, not counting each format, because we'd be at about 12 if we counted each format. But I've read 8 books off of my NetGalley, so we're doing okay. Definitely been approved for more than I've read lately. I've been in project mode though, so this should go up. So first up, I read A Pack for Summer. This comes out, I think this month in June, or it's early July. I don't know. It's soon. This is the finale in the Cozyverse. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I don't think it's my favorite. I actually think the middle 2 are my favorite, which is A Pack for Winter and A Pack for Spring, which is really weird that the middle 2 are my favorite. That usually doesn't happen, but here we are. I still enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. We had a nice setup. We had a nice closure around the town and this friend group getting paired off. Then I read This Kingdom Will Not Kill Me, which there's a whole live show about it. Talked about it pretty extensively. I loved this book. It was definitely like a 4, a 5, 6 star for me. I don't know. It's Lily Andrews. I struggle to rate their books. I always just enjoy them so much. I had an audiobook arc and an ebook arc. I loved the audiobook narration for this. It was absolutely fantastic. I cannot recommend it enough. I also feel like I need to do a tandem reread where I read it and listen to it so I can like annotate as I go easier and just really like sink into the story more. This is a really fun isekai situation. Maggie, our heroine, ends up in her favorite book series, which is like a grimdark fantasy. It, to me, felt very Games of Thrones-y, but that's the only grimdark fantasy I've ever read, so of course that's my point of reference. Anyway, she ends up in that world and things are not as they seem, nor as expected from having read the books. Then I, for the Scarlet Press vlog, read Amid Cloud and Bones. Really liked this standalone fae romance situation. It was a fun time. It was enjoyable. I loved it being a standalone. That was all I needed from it. And then we have Smoke and Scar, which really surprised me and I really, really liked. Hence me immediately basically requesting book 2 because book 1 ends on a bit of a cliffhanger, which I think it's a trilogy only, like it's done this fall. But book 1 ends on that cliffhanger and we end up making our way onto the next journey after a huge trial that we go through, our characters go through. And I'm really just excited to see how that unfolds because they were kind of supposed to be enemies, but they keep butting heads and end up befriending each other and liking each other by the end of this journey. So that was really fun. I also read Sweet Obsession by Katie Robert as I prepare to read Shattered Gods. The audiobook for Shattered Gods does not come out until the end of June. So because of that, I have not read Tender Cruelty yet either. But I did finally read Sweet Obsession and I enjoyed it. I didn't like it as much as I liked others in the series. I felt like our couple got a lot of attention, but at the same time we were so heavily focused on world stuff in this one, as we have to be as we approach the end of the series. We're kind of tying up some of those loose ends. And I still liked it. It was still a fun time. I really liked Poseidon and Icarus together. I thought they were a great couple. I am really intrigued by the world building, so I'm very excited to finish the series. And then I read Evening the Score by Lexi Lothar Brown. This is her second novel, her sophomore novel. And basically with this one, I enjoyed it, but I'm gonna say I enjoyed the end of it the most. And I kind of just pushed through because I had an audiobook arc and an ebook arc, so it was very easy for me to read both and like just kind of get through it. And because of that, I am gonna say this isn't my favorite. I think I gave it like a 3.5. I think the end really tied it together and I loved that element, but the rest of the book itself was hard to read at times. I enjoyed the Indigenous rep for our female main character. I enjoyed our hero. He was a sweet, sweet cinnamon roll hero. And our heroine was just out for revenge for who she felt was responsible for her dad's death, which he may have been. He kind of was. And like the end of his hockey career, but she was like passing the blame onto the guy's son, which is our hero, and she just was lacking some emotional maturity I needed in that situation to realize that like he also had issues with his dad and that perhaps his dad's just a piece of shit and it is what it is. But anyways, that all came together nicely at the end. She is the mascot for the team, which is like top secret and very fascinating also. So I had a good time with that part. Then I read Savor It by Tara DeWitt. This is one of 3 Tara DeWitt arcs I have. This one was really good. I really enjoyed it. I thought this was a great example of a small town romance that felt not like an exclusive small town and more of an inclusive space. But our heroine has lost her parents, is raised by her brothers, and this guy moves into town with his niece who has also lost her parents. They're neighbors. They kind of bond. She has like this hobby farm situation. He's a chef. It's a fun time. I really had a blast with this. I thought the banter was fantastic. I thought the relationship growth here was fantastic. I thought the third act situation was also really well done and I enjoyed it. So I'm very pumped to read Left of Forever. I'm really excited to read Left of Forever this month in June. So another arc I have. And I have Lost and Found. So I'm gonna get the laptop out and let you know what is pending on my NetGalley right now as well, because I feel like that's good transparency. Now, anything as it gets closer to the release date, I will likely withdraw my requests on, but we have 6 pending titles right now. Although I think one of these I'm probably also going to withdraw because I haven't read the first book. But I have In Stormy Weather by Chelsea Courteau pending. This is out July 14th. And I'm really excited for this, one of 2 weather romances coming out this year. But if I don't get approved probably soon, I will withdraw that request because I'm just going to put a library hold in. Then I have Undone by Peyton Corinne. Same thing. That doesn't come out until October 20th. This is the finale in her hockey series that I love. And I'm very, very excited for this book. And then I have Heart Sworn by S.E. Wendell. This is out in November. This is the second book in her Gargoyle series, which I loved. Heart Song, so very excited. Grim Tidings by B.K. Borison, the sequel to the first book. Oh my god, my brain forgot. Anyways, this is this next book in this series. I'm intrigued to read both of them, but if I don't get this one, it's not a big deal. This comes out September 15th. Then November 10th, we also have Crash Into You by Simone Saltani. This is the next book in her F1 romances that I have also really enjoyed so far. So fingers crossed I get approved for that. And then the only other coming out soon release that I have is Ravenous by Cressley Cole. I do have the audiobook on request. I already have an e-arc of this, so I'm not in like a huge rush. The e-arc is not from NetGalley. That's why I haven't talked about it here. But if I don't get approved for the audiobook, that's okay, because I'm sure that I'm just going to read it anyways. I'm hopeful that I will, but I don't know how much I've gotten approved for audio from this publisher before, if ever. Oh, apparently I have been approved. Anyways, yeah, I'm hoping to get the audio of that, and then I will do a dedicated reading blog for the new Cressley, because I am nothing but a Cressley fangirl at this point, and I'm hesitantly optimistic that this is going to kind of fill the void of the slower releases for Immortals After Dark. But yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting at NetGalley right now. Let me know down below what your last NetGalley approval or request was, or review. Take your pick, any of those 3. And if you don't do any of that, you can leave me a sunshine emoji, because the sun is like draining me today while I film a bunch of videos. So get ready to see this outfit over and over, because I'm not changing. You can do that down below, and as always, you'll find links to all of these books, anywhere to be my friend on the internet that I am, and I'll talk to y'all in just a few days. Bye.
About to leave, already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking, we'll get away to a place where we don't know.